Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. Give thanks. Give thanks and praise. Again, salute to the free people across the earth. Yeah, man. Salute out there. With all this new situation what present itself, what it do is give I man an opportunity to share the basic information where most of us should have. It's like would have a copy of the Charter of Fundamental Rights and a copy of the Human Rights. I think there are international documents where this government here are signatory to. But if you invoke these things, then it not really apply because them do them own thing. Them literally do them own thing. So I'm here to tell the people here on this island, now called Jamaica, so them identify themselves as Jamaican. Like me, I do my own thing, so I say Za Mayakan. And my society Ahuuakh, so me Ahuuakhan. Separate and apart. Yeah, man, we call it parallel structure. Yeah, man, parallel structure. As we go forward, we bring them information that to there. So me I look on chapter 3. I'm going to call it the contract. Why? Because section 13, subsection 4 said this chapter applies to all law and bind the legislator, the executive, and the public authorities. Yeah, man. So when you hear we are talk about contract and everything a contract and law make contract and contract makes law. So this is where we are work with this, because I don't know about no other law what them have out there. When we talk about written law, we are talk about this supreme law of the land according to their construct. And this is what is in place to keep public officers from the public authority, like senior sergeant of police. This document is what keep guys like that in check. The rogue agents, them what want to do them own thing and want to take up the law and the authority in them own hand and go above and beyond their scope of authority. We cannot have it. This is why the country is like this. Only because my people them not read and write properly. Because I know the people them not have access to this document. And the uptown people them use it. That's why when you say some little guys get pulled by the police, I hear them talk, I have constitutional rights. I have and you see the police them back down. So for some reason, the senior sergeant of police decides that me not have no rights at all for whatever reason. I'm sitting with my property, my private property, and whether my property private or public, it not belongs to this brethren. This man has not have no authority for do what him do, and then carry me through legal process. It's out of order and it's unacceptable, and it's only because my people do not read and write properly. And I discover, say, the distractions that is out there is what is being promoted. So me I take time move away from all that. Truly. I go eventually scale down my thing and just get away from even the YouTube area. All of these social media. You know what I mean? I know I'm on Facebook, I know I'm on what Twitter, I'm on Instagram. Instagram kind of does some little thing I share. Twitter, you know, I'm around for us share ones and ones thing and do a thing over there. No different from YouTube. But when I'm there and I look, me I say, no man. No. I go and just do my thing right here and move away from this thing naturally. And people can link me when them choose and if them choose. But I go and give you all of the information where I can give you and the concept and the breakdown from my point of view, what I call our point of view. Our people do not read for themselves. And this is our problem. I see them complain every day upon the news. And them say the politician and the this and the that, yet the politician have none of the problem what the common people have. What I say, the politician have absolutely not one single problem what the common people have. And the common people don't realize that. But every day them are shout, shout, shout and act silly. Opposed to learn how to read and write properly. When you see the Constitution as is, it's a legal document, so you have to use legal dictionary or legal lexicon. When we say lexicon, it's synonymous with dictionary. So we have to use some words we're not found on know and never hear before, so we can have it. So when I hear it, when I get terrified, afraid, and scared. This is a legal document. And when you talk about the public authority with their public officers, we can't allow untrained people out there with guns. We can't allow people when I read and write properly out there with guns. This is why you say criminality is rampant. And you blame the criminal. You blame the so-called criminal where you place them kind of designation on, but you know, place it on your own people who are criminal in their conduct. And we're going to just take time, reason, and show the ones and say, watch out. This is a contract, and this is what bind these people. And the item can go through the Constitution for themselves, read it for themselves. Here we have it in a section 13 called Chapter 3. The charter, this was amended in 2011. So here is section 13 where it says, whereas the state, which is the government of Jamaica, has an obligation to promote universal respect and observation for what? The human rights and freedom. That means them have to conform to the international standard. That's why this is the Bill of Rights. Because this, you know, say, coincide with the Declaration of Human Rights. And with this document, the police then are supposed to abuse and rare. This is why it's in place so the international people can look. And when they make a mess, there is somebody somewhere who will say, yeah man, this is what they did. Here is the documentation. Bring them to bear. No one is above the law. Police, you're not above the law. Senior sergeant of police, you're not above the law. You understand? And unless your job is ironclad, I'm not going to say how long you're going to stay in there when you're incompetent. Because I present a document such as this, which is the supreme law of the land, the Charter of Fundamental Rights, to you. And you ridicule me only because you cannot read it properly. You understand? I'm not going to say it that way because you never have nowhere to go. You can't say, oh, you was busy. So, you know, you're just impatient. You never want to read it because you was so busy. No, you was just hanging out, being mischievous out there, being mischievous. And we can just imagine how much other people you put into financial ruin like this. I take them into court where they have to go readjust them whole life. You know what I mean? spending how much money just because of one police officer. I know there's a lot more out there, but I'm not gonna deal with this one will mess with me. This incompetent senior sergeant of police. I'm not disrespect you. I'm not gonna be rude. I'm gonna just apply what is truth. You're a professional. You're supposed to act accordingly. You understand? If you don't know a situation, you're not sure a situation, it cannot hurt or harm you to get your supervisor who employ you or your commanding officer. This is why I have to get all of these people information. So now, uno are the lawbreaker. Uno other lawbreaker, because me show you said this is contract, this is where I'm going to show you which part even you will have to pay. Senior sergeant, because you're out of order. You're incompetent. And your incompetence to bring this kind of information to bear. Yeah, man. It's a all persons. Look again, it's a persons. It's not a man or woman or people. And persons, once you use it in a legislative capacity, them say it's more go for the natural person. However, you have what is known as a juristic person. So when them specifies that the juristic person, then that's what it is. But when you say persons, it's a legal term. But again, this is what I must say, not me. They are them for just do them research. So when I try to say, I say not about no man or woman, it talk about persons. All persons, and you know, your corporate entity, your juristic person, your straw man, it is an entity, it is a person. I share them information there. It can be construed as a corporation or a registered organization. So all persons in Jamaica are entitled to preserve for themselves and future generation the fundamental rights and freedom to which they are entitled by virtue of their inherent dignity. Now, hear what it says. You, the man or woman out there, are entitled to preserve for yourselves. Don't think the government are going to preserve it for you. Don't think no politician is going to preserve your rights for you. You understand? And future generations, not one of them going to do it. This is why most are in the state. So if we not read for ourselves, then we're always going to a problem. As persons, to include a man and woman, and as citizens, this would designate the subject, you know, it's just a fancy word for the slave. You understand? Because you have persons and as citizens of a free and democratic mean mob rule. And when you say mob rule, if everybody decides that what is truthful is not, it's really a lie, and I'm going to reverse it, and the mob majority agree with it, then it changes. Irrespective of who the minority is, irrespective of what the truth is, it's just whatever the mob said. Now, because of that, them put, you know, say, measures in place, checks and balance. So this is what I'm come with the common law. This is what I'm come with this Charter of Fundamental Rights. When I say fundamental, it means it does not derive from the very instrument where I express it. It not derive from that. You understand? It not derive, the fundamental not derive from the politician. The fundamental not derive from the parliament. The fundamental do not derive from the judge. You understand? The fundamental rights where you have derived from the Most High Creator. These instruments are in place to secure it, to protect it, and to make sure senior sergeant of police do not violate these rights, which are fundamental. You understand? And by doing that, them are violate even the human rights same way. So we just show the documents and the laws were in place. You understand? And because I man have a birth registration form, this is how me approach it. For the people them out there, say them are Indian and are going with all kind of thing. Listen, one of the phone thing. Salute, respect. I don't know about freedom that way. You understand? Because I know about Indian, we get conquered and have white people, foreign people, totally dominate them over there. So I can't talk phone over there. Where I am, may I say I'm free. I have a right to be free. The right to travel, the right of movement is the right to be free. There is no senior sergeant of police nowhere should arbitrarily see a man on the road in a private capacity and just choose to be judge and jury and arbitrarily arrest, detain, imprison. Because once you have me for more than 5 minutes, it's imprisonment. I hate dumb people. I despise the dumb people that were supposed to act properly. You must go to school, go read and write, but because you guys set in your ways, I wonder how much people lives you have destroyed this way. How much other people lives you destroy this way. Silly people out there. This is why we have to read for ourselves. All persons are under a responsibility to respect and uphold the rights of others recognized in this chapter. So you hear that police, you're supposed to respect my rights. And this uptown guy where look like sissy and gay and in some big expensive Bentley car. And those people alone have constitutional rights. We're sick of you people who are incompetent, making a mess out there and have firearm. Talk it, you know. Send a man out there where I work in a public authority. Nothing have no firearm without a 4-year university degree. You understand? And every time when I get in any situation where I have to discharge on a weapon, I'm supposed to instantly come off the road and go through psychological evaluation and make sure I'm good and make sure the boy I'm up and running. I'm going to take a break. Me hear stories of police involved in a over 2-3 killing, not even shooting, killing in a one day. And you have some other police celebrate these things and then talk about preemptive strike. You're killers. And then I have a problem when other killers say, yes, we are killers. You're not killer, you're murderers. And you're protected by what? By a fraudulent system, by a corrupt political system. The whole system, because you don't follow this constitutional guaranteed document. You not follow it. You people don't follow it. And nobody bring it to bear. This is why I say you can't take me into your parish court when it's not a court of record, because the only court of record is the Supreme Court. You understand? And then another thing we touch on is we talk about jurisdiction. I'm going to share a definition. Jurisdiction, practice, a power constitutionally conferred upon a judge or a magistrate to take cognizance of and decide causes according to law and to carry his sentence into execution. So this is what the jurisdiction is. So my basic, a breakdown from this would be that in order for any court of jurisdiction, it has to be the power after constitutionally conferred upon a judge or a magistrate. So again, just like how we talk in the tapes before, this senior sergeant of police, 30 years he says, I don't believe him, but him said 30 years of service, arbitrarily take me off the road, just take my automobile and carry me, go lock me up. And then in order for me to come out under threat, duress, and coercion, them say me have to sign this paper. If you don't sign this paper, you'll never see the light of day again. This is how it is out here. And after I sign that paper under threat, duress, and coercion, then we come home and start scrutinize what this paper is. When we read the paper, we have said, boy, it's supposed to be a notice of recognizance, recognition, or recognizance, notice of recognizance. And according to how that document is, the notice of recognizance is actually a promise to show up and whenever them require you. Now this notice of recognizance bond should be entered into before a resident magistrate or a judge. And I wasn't brought before a resident magistrate nor a judge. Because the charging instrument we have, which is a notice of recognizance, which is the bond. They're not giving a charge and just have to come somewhere, you know what I mean? Now, this is where you have to question, the competence of police officers when you see them out there. I will give and take with the younger ones, because usually them will read a little bit more so. But the ones them were day night where them used to the analog setting, you know what I mean? Where them can write what them want, do what them want. If them want change it, them just say, yo, squad, take out a piece of paper and rearrange it and put back the, you know what I mean? They don't know nothing about this digital. So the digital, we are going to mash them up. Just like how they don't know nothing, say, boy, you going to always record them. Whether it's, write down something. Whether it's, record voice. Whether it's, record video. But you people will always be under scrutiny. Yeah, man, and not because, say recording device, it doesn't mean you're not being recorded. People don't have to know for carry and conduct on a cell phone. Yeah, man. This man seems to be a rogue. It's only rogue officers act outside of the scope of their authority, where them just them not for call them boss, because them and them boss in a bed. Them probably have secret for them boss, so them can do what them want. And these are just, my, presumption. They can rebut my presumption anytime. But we can't have people like this out there, incompetent people with guns. They are dangerous. They are dangerous. And when they present you, the notice of recognizance, which is null and void because it wasn't presented or entered into before a magistrate, and it wasn't entered into under a court of record. There's no court of record there. The only court of record is when I'm on, I create my court of record, which I shall. And when the Supreme Court is a court of record. A court of record. You understand? Yeah, man. So we're going to say the tract of land or district within which a judge or magistrate has jurisdiction is called his territory. And his power in relation to his territory is called his territorial jurisdiction. Now, according to the Constitution, the jurisdiction lie down in the area of Kingston, and that's it. The jurisdiction lie where the courthouse is down at Kingston, and that's it. Where the courthouse and that post office is. Yeah, man. That's where the jurisdiction is according to the Constitution. The item can we're going to go through it and bring it forward. Yeah, man. Now look on number 2 where it says every act of jurisdiction exercised by a judge without his territory, either by pronouncing sentence or carrying it into execution, is null. It's null. It's no good. So when you're outside of your little corporate area in a Kingston, where the jurisdiction is, then anything will not go on with outside of that Supreme Court, there is null and void. Null, it's no good. Throw it away. Yeah, man. Now, an inferior court has no jurisdiction beyond what is expressly delegated. Delegated. An inferior court, like these parish courts, these traffic courts, these non-supreme court or appeal court or appellate court, these are called inferior court, and it has no jurisdiction beyond what is expressly delegated, and I delegate no authority out here. And I can prove it with certified copy from the public record, which is the highest evidence form. I don't like incompetent people working in areas where them can be destructive. This is why I share so much information. You have a whole heap of people who me know what can read and write, but you can't challenge them. I guarantee you can't challenge them. And them not read and write. Well, they might read and write just a little bit. Because everybody will learn, everybody will build, but I know you can't challenge these people. Because I'm going to ask you, say, what a delegation of authority? Who are you people? What you going to tell me, sir? The Constitution that spread out all over Jamaica. No, man, this is what them call a contract. You understand? And we'll tell you what we said. It's this area, it's binding. This is just chapter 3, you know. So you have chapter 1 in the Constitution, chapter 2, chapter 3. You understand? So you can find, just like how you can look and see, say, this is the area of their jurisdiction, just like how Washington, D.C. would be the area of the jurisdiction where them have over there. And them launch out from there, where them create post office every 12 miles in order to secure, them networking and say, hey, this is our jurisdiction. And by the time you see a post office there, there's a police station not far away, or a courthouse not far away, because the post office usually, or was once upon a time, was actually a courthouse, same way, the post office and everything used to be under one heading. So this is how these people work, but my people now gonna know it because nobody know they share this kind of information. Everybody there on this trip, political trip. So never start unsubscribe from a lot of people and know. So I don't have no interest in that. Phone the world that. Yeah, man. I like people who choose to apply themselves and enlighten themselves and rise to the, just keep growing, keep expanding, keep rising, not just stay stagnant. Not just they at one level. I can't deal with that. I have to go extricate myself from ones like that and situations like that. Yeah, man. And then it goes on to say jurisdiction is original when it is conferred on the court in the first instance. Yeah, man, which is called original jurisdiction. So that the Supreme Court here downtown. Or it is appellate, which is when an appeal is given from the judgment of another court. So jurisdiction is also civil, where the subject matter to be tried is not of a criminal nature or a criminal, where the court is to punish crimes. Some courts and magistrates have both civil and criminal jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is also concurrent, exclusive, and assistant. Listen, may I read from one of them original 1856 Bouvier Lexion Dictionary, Law Dictionary. Why me use a Bouvier is because it's in conformity with them constitution, yeah. And then because it's over 100 years, it now have no copyright issues with the use, you know what I mean? And then it's expressive, so you can match it up with any late law dictionary, any Black's law dictionary, just match it up. You understand? But I think the common folk in our location keep legal lexions. It's just for the uptown type people where attorney or the ghetto youth will get smart and apply themselves. Them ones that we have, them ones that we actually have what is known as a library. I guarantee you will walk in most people's house. And when you go into them house, you don't even find one book. Probably the only book where you may find is a Bible. And that is despicable. Long time I said this. Every house we have a library. Every house we have I could have milk box. I could have milk crate with books packed in it. And you say, oh, that's my library right there. That corner right there with a little stool where you can sit. Every house we have a library. This is our problem. Everybody sit around and wait for some foreign government agent and entities to do it for them, provide for them, to care for them. You understand? And these people are incompetent. These people are incompetent. Again, these people are incompetent, not all. But these frontline people, yeah, the first, I tell you, you see, if I want to take pride in how him carry himself and conduct himself, then him not going to take pride in absolutely much or nothing else. I did on 100 man and I see a police lady. I'm not going to stress on it. Or the raggediest police lady I ever see. This police lady truly disturbed my spirit. And brethren, you want to see some look what the woman give me. You understand? And they are them know her than 100 man there. One raggedy lady. Listen, I don't want to talk about but that spirit there is ugly. I wouldn't want to be associated with nothing like that. I want to feel allowed. I can't say on a co-worker and say, hey, fix up that gear you got on. That uniform is it's too big for you to get some, you know what I mean? I can't go work and look so I see a police lady so she worked from 8 to almost 8 and that lady was neat, proper and decent. So I know say it's a personal trait. This is why you can't just look on every police and say every police bad or every police good. It's when them conduct themselves by their omission, commission, action or inaction. This is how we are going to know them. And when a police can bathe and dress and carry themselves neat and professional, then they're not even at the work. Because the same way them are going to carry and conduct themselves. Listen, I think this was that little raggedy taggedy lady there. I think she was a woman with a sign me out, like fill out the notice of recognizance because it was a shift change. And I tell her, so the woman just ignore me. When she could have just do that, pam, 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 real quick, and I just get out of here. But as ugly as our spirit is, this is how ugly the rest of your life shall be. And I don't have no pity upon none of our bloodline, not one. The lady, the police officer, will actually come inside and fill out the paperwork was absolutely beautiful. I keep talking about her, telling you. I salute you, madam, because this lady was off duty. That's why I say, I can't pressure police. People just get to know the ones them. If you're a criminal and you're a bad man, I'll be a totally different thing. I can't deal with that part. Because I'm not a criminal. You get me? I'm not a bad man. You know what I mean? Righteousness, my chant. So if any little cross-dressing police out there want to talk sideways, like him head is stuck up under a cellar somewhere, then this is who I am right here. No police not give me no talk. You're a man like me and you have a job, and when you violate your work, if you lose your job and can't get no more work as no government, not even Beryllium will be able to hire you. This is what for reach you guys when I act outside. I think when I make a mess and then run on plane and go foreign and married some low self-esteem woman. Some little woman where done out round there and wanna come in fresh, so yes, I wanna know what the best. I grow which part on just reach. I grow which part not found just reach. Yeah. I was a young, that's a teenager when I was around there. So I grow which part uno just I get to. And that's why I'm telling no fauna, so if you stand down and not chat to me. Because to this day, no fauna still pay rent. I want to come on YouTube and make a lot of speech. And y'all are still paying rent somewhere. You can't make no claim, so you at least have a certificate of title where you have right of interest of use. So each upon the landlord, each up in a building, and then you come and ridicule the Jamaican people, and instead of show Jamaican people, say, yeah, I want to read for yourself. Because you have rights. You act like you don't have rights. Then what is this? And this is the problem, man. What people now read? What people now read for themselves? Them allow some foreign people to try to tell them things, and some, some ones from out of the university. It's a joke. It's that all persons are under a responsibility to respect and uphold the rights of others, recognized in this chapter, which is chapter 3. You know what I mean? Of the Constitution. And them said the following provision of this chapter shall have effect for the purpose of affording protection to the rights and freedoms of persons as set out in those provisions, to the extent that those rights and freedom do not prejudice the rights and freedom of others, do not prejudice. The moment you not interfere with the next man not supposed to interfere with you. We are gonna get to a point where when people say this kind of injustice and me I express it to say what it is, like I have other people come up right just the same way under the same thing and so them now have the nonsense with you people. So when some of you people make certain statements, this is how wanna put people's life at risk, and then wanna sit comfortable. When I hear police advocate for preemptive strike, what do you think is going on there? Who give you any right for preemptively strike anybody? When them have a court say, boy, you have to carry them in before the people and read. Who are you when you make them statement, the brethren? Then how you gonna feel when a man say, then you know say for him I got preemptive strike, then when I can't preemptive strike him, you think why not think so? No, what's wrong with you people out there? Oh no, I bring lawful change. I don't want to so with a little ego. I want to have some mini men employed by some foreign construct. We're given a privilege where them can just take away anytime. So a man like me, you not gonna have problem, you not gonna have issue, no different from Christ. You not gonna say, oh my God, so what you think him is, and this is law. Which guy? Who are you, Mr. Man? Are you God? If there is no contract, there is no authority. And I will demonstrate, say, I have no contract with you people. I am outside any kind of authority the government of Jamaica can presume out there, outside of it. By default, Commonwealth. By default, and we're talking about law. Yeah, man. So this is why our people are going to go through a whole heap of things, because we not to pay attention, We pay all kind of different things except attention, and then we don't want to spend nothing. We don't want to spend the time. We spend on everything else, but we not spend the time on the information where give with the power for control our fears. Yeah, man. Number 2, subsection. Subject to section 1849. Yeah, that is it. A. This charter guarantees the rights and freedoms set out in subsection 3 and 6 of this section and in section 14, 15, 16, and 17. It's a parliament shall pass no law, and no organ of the state, meaning the government of Jamaica, shall take no action which will abrogate, abridge, or infringe upon all of these rights. So, instead of the sergeant of police, senior sergeant of police, because him not read and write, it's the first, it's for him to must give him the constitution, him should have just say, oh, this, all right, you know what I mean? All right, in a Portmore me live, me not hide. Which part me live? Police pass me every day. All kind of agent people pass I every day. So it now go take nothing for a month. So come check where and verify some things there. You get me? Because I can't be a flight risk. Can't be a flight risk. I'm not guilty of nothing. This very constitution, I say every man is presumed innocent, not guilty. So now tell us if I plead guilty or not guilty. Me I say I'm an innocent man doing my own private thing. Me I need registration. I've been through this and the government of Jamaica never give me a charge for insuring or for registration or none of that. Because them can't. You can't force me for register. It's like you force me for come in a contract with you when me have no interest to participate with no corrupt, incompetent group of people. I salute the good people there because I know you people are a lot, but when I met the bad people bully you, so I can't speak for you. You understand? The people them choose not to read for themselves, so them I tell themselves, say, oh, them not have no right. If you don't know where your rights, the way you talk about, you don't have none. And if you don't know, say you have rights, where you talk about being violated. You know, your L.A. Lewis go out there and I tell him the same waive all of him rights. I guess him rights is like a handkerchief when put up on wave. These are the people who want to idolize out there. And I hope L.A. Lewis come out of jail. Because L.A. Lewis is not a criminal. He break the law, but that no warrant, no jail, and a jail time. All them things that, you know, I wouldn't condone. I mean, I know L.A. Lewis. And L.A. Lewis I can sue them people if even that. All them have to do I go through the Constitution, because if him is not a citizen of Jamaica, then the Constitution is there. The Human Rights Declaration is there. You're never lawless or outside of law. Never lawless or outside of law. We just not subject ourselves to the policies of these politicians. Because them not righteous as us. Them not upful as us. Their moral standard is way beneath us. So we now got delegate nothing to these people. So this is why me I demonstrate them thing in public, because when you have court, this constitution says it's a public event. I can show no light. Public thing, so I can put everything public, and that's what I gotta do. Them people are too out. Can't have dunce people that try regulate and do them own thing, and then you ever get backed up by a next group of dunce people. You must have competent people going and say enough of this shenanigans. We have forgot put some of these people here, them old people have forgot behind the desk. Because if a young bad boy decide to take them on, him have forgot depend upon the two younger police. You understand? Them people and put the young detective them out on the street. Because them youth, they always look neat. When you see a young detective or police, you don't know if he's a banker, or if he's an attorney, or if he's just a police. The man them clean. The man them carry themselves professional and neat. And then you definitely out the road that we can read and write. But when you talk to them can totally comprehend and say, give me a minute. And them go up on them own phone and go to them own computer and say, all right, have a good day. Not these little ones who past them in retirement age and I don't know, that's out here being mischievous. We're sick of these kind of people, these low self-esteem people. And because I'm gonna look like I'm from uptown, I'm gonna talk like I got constitutional rights, then you just presume something have none. And jump way outside the scope of your authority and put my thing on record and then arrest me and think you're gonna pay for it, man. You're gonna pay for it, Bridget. And a people like you make the police force what them have out there. The constable force what them have out there. Look bad. People like you and others, some of you were just full on yourself. You have a little job on the things, say, boy, you know, on is God Almighty. Some of you little low self-esteem people. I can just picture some of you. When you go to school, people beating up and take one the money. And no girl they ever like when you can act like sissy. But as you turn police and get gun and you want to kill out all ghetto youth and get away with it. I don't like some of you want to behave so, especially the one that were incompetent. I don't like the incompetence. I really don't like the dumb police. Because them have dumb police out there. I hear other police say that. So when I like dumb police, I don't like dunce people. Anybody come around me, you know if you can read and write. You know if you can read and write. When you come around me, that's it. Because that's every time I chant, you're gonna lead. Every time I chant, you're gonna lead. Yeah, man, you know if you write nothing on paper. Because there is no law where I say you better can read and write. Listen, you do not have to even know to sign a name. You get a ink pad where you just left your thumbprint or your right index print. Because I use both, Depending on the situation, I use my right index finger. And depending on the situation, I use my thumbprint seal. You get me? And once I enter them corporate jurisdiction, you're going to see my house seal on the document. And whatever document will have a cancel stamp, making me postmaster. Salute, Joel Jagwasi. Salute, Dimitri. Salute, Bit Silly. Honor me king. Honor me king. Salute. Yeah, man, that's a chant. You know my style. That's a chant. But yeah, man. I use my right index finger depending on what it is. Them thing I think when I keep within, I not really share certain thing with everybody. Because I give you a lot, but you have certain thing where if you don't know, you just don't know. Yeah, man. And any document when me sign out there, the Jamaica court system and all of these judges, I remember a judge make joke off of me. I said, we don't need a fingerprint on him. And I say, all them document have all kind of prints. So when I don't see my fingerprint on any document, I sign that document under threat, duress, and coercion. These people got guns. These people are dangerous. You hear the Jamaican police, I tell you how them want a preemptive strike. That means all a man like me at risk. Because me not act like a sissy and conform to no political agenda, then I'm at risk. Them preemptive strike police, they might move at me. So I probably have to go really put some things in place just in case. Just in case. And this is what I do right now. I talk it out publicly. So when a preemptive strike me, we know where it come from, But show me no a man like me and entertain no fear, no time, zero care. That me I telling you, because me is a free man, and every time when challenge me, I gotta just stand up and show and say, I now beg, bow, or turn no sissy in front of them. Me I telling you, I'm free. I've always been free, and I will always be free. Yeah, man, I'm a mind my own business. So when some guy jump into my business, then forget it. I want to go and get it. No escape from it. Information, whole heap of data, knowledge, a flow out there, make truth reign. There is no way you can present me with a bond, notice of recognizance, and it wasn't entered before a resident magistrate. You understand? Because the document not say nothing about justice of the peace, It's a resident magistrate or court of record. You understand? So, if people not challenge these things, then we're not going to continue with fraudulent conduct and criminality, because it is criminal. But we're not quick for push criminality upon the common folk. And when the criminal police them behave like this and even worse, we're not put out them most wanted picture as criminal, we're not protect them. So them can run go foreign and set up themselves and then look back and say, abey. So now when the little young criminal them figure them can do the very same thing, oh, everybody a scream out. I detest criminality because it is despicable. And the sodomite police nowhere can place me as a criminal until you put me in a court. You understand? And sentence me as such. Yeah, man. So them thing you don't have to know. I don't want truth. I don't want agenda. I don't want, popularity. I don't want to make money at the same time. Because all I want to monetize. And know that. And the moment I saw the monetize, it does, make me know, say, all right, about business. So don't bother taking it too serious. Because when you monetize, you will sell your mother. You will sell your wife. You will sell your daughter. You will probably sell all your son. So what you do with your friends? On a bow out there. On a sell out there. But on a totally unaware. We're sick of the incompetence out there. Because it make a country, in the state right there. Yeah, man. The rights and freedom referred to in subsection 2 are as follow. You have a right to life, liberty, and the security of the person. You hear that? And the right not to be deprived thereof, except in the execution of sentence of a court in respect of a criminal offense of which the person has been convicted. You see that? Keep it that way. As I go along, I will make whatever adjustment. And this was A. You have a lot of other things so the eye them can read, but that's a highlight these things. You have F, the right to freedom of movement, which is of every citizen of Jamaica to enter Jamaica and every person lawfully in Jamaica to move around freely throughout Jamaica, to reside in any part of Jamaica, and to leave Jamaica. So now you hear them thing, the rights we have, we not talk about all kind of mess. I man have a right to freedom of movement. That means that from point A to point B, anywhere, whether me a fly, if I make a hot air balloon, me have a right to go up and do my thing. If I man can create a plane, you can't stop me and tell me about an FAA. So I can't comprehend when people out there say, we don't have no rights. We have rights, but these rogue, incompetent police officers from the police authority, from the public authority, I should say, and them will create the problem. Because them not read and write properly. And because them not read and write properly, if you say boo to them probably pull them weapon, service weapon, and discharge it on you. This is why I'm not like incompetence. I talk to too much police where impress me. I man talk to too much police where impress me. These people are bright people. And every time I run up, well, I'm not going to say every time, because this is a first. This is a first. When Martindale joke me down, I know them get hard. It was a Freemason connection, because I get the information. It's a politician call me and tell me, say, yeah, a brethren we're familiar with us, him come out and meeting and them have a big case. Sovereign man against the government of Jamaica. That's the brethren that step out and say, yeah, I'm going to Dallas, me know I do them thing there now. I go on. And the politician lady, I say, yeah, man. I pull him over, him out, up on the road and, So I'm not new this. So when this money now come and just take my car and way, I'm the dumbest move me ever see. And then when I give me paperwork, where una underwrite my own bond without my express written consent or authority. Una literally underwrite. This is why I can't do it in front of a magistrate, because the magistrate and the judge know these frauds and them have to protect themselves. So then put you guys on the front line and put on a name. I could not say, I don't even have a clue on I do. That's why I don't have a problem. I write my mark or I sign my, I don't have them problem there. You understand? Because once it's under threat, duress, and coercion, it's null and void. Null and void. Ab initio. Because it's under threat. You have guns. You lock me up in a place with... Listen, you people are so crazy. It's amazing. I know people not challenge you not at the get-go everywhere. You have a lot of rights here where people can go through again, you know. Them says the right to freedom of movement, that is to say, the right of every citizen of Jamaica to enter Jamaica and of every person lawfully, I'm here lawfully, in Jamaica to move around freely throughout Jamaica, to reside in any part of Jamaica and to leave Jamaica. That means that them nothing make them tell us that, you know, you can't come live in this neighborhood. Once your money up and you can afford it, you just go live in it. And if some foreign people wanna look like us, that they argue with us, you know, burn it down. Simple. Our place. And them thing you show us them they have been violating the very supreme law of the land. The constitutional law has been violated. It seems like they have set it aside. Or, well, I don't go to uptown people them have it. Because downtown people them say not read. And if them do read, them now read with comprehension. But all of that are going to change. Because a platform like mine will be out here where I man just go and chant philosophical reasoning, because I am that philosopher. The right to equality before the law. You hear that? So all are equal before the law, not under the law, before the law. So now if we come with law, so we can be equal before the law, not on a little shenanigans. It don't work. The right of everyone to protection from search of the person and property. I don't know if it's Simon and search them, irrespective of the crime problem. I'm going to that with excuse. Because you can't stop me anytime, but a man like me, you can't even stop me. You don't stop me, I show them my passport, say this is me and this is what I deal with, and you just leave me alone. That's it. You understand? We can't continue with the dunce people and boy. This is why Jamaica seems a dunce. You understand? Because I say man I demonstrate knowledge out here and say that I say boy, hold on. All right, make him doing thing. I send some people who are incompetent. When you get the document for read, say do not trespass. You ignore it. You ignore it because you say, oh, you know, you are the authority. You are God. And you cannot read nor write properly. Because if you could, you wouldn't, you know, put yourself in this state for have me a chant this way. People don't have so much rights. Yeah, man. Everyone have a right to protection from search of their person and property, respect for and protection of private and family life and privacy of the home. So no boy can't just run in your house and talk about the gate that open and oh, him a police and him can't do that. The moment them do that, they can take deadly force and wipe them once them cross the threshold without authority. Fear game. Y'all should know that. Which man for just jump in your yard and tell about him a police and him a do that? No man, you get it, man. You get it all over your place. Information, yeah. So you get it. You know, break all kind of laws and then I turn around and call people criminal. You are the criminal. And you teach the other young people them to be criminal and them don't know it. Some little, you know, guys will purport themselves as if them, you know, scholarly. When them probably barely get a high school degree, probably, you know, 2 or 3 subjects and a plethora of evening class. untrained, untaught, incompetent police officers out there. We can't have it. We have too much bright youth where so the police them stylish now. When I say that's why I'm say, yeah, when I say all the police women them out there, yeah, so you mean, yeah. Then if me have all my youth and my youth are police, and me see him looking ragged, every day would have burn him. But I say you can't leave when you're a big man, would have said, Bridget, so you have to tidy up yourself, man. Somehow is a reflection on a filthy spirit. One is at the very reflection of the filthy spirit we want to carry. Of the crosses we want to bear. Somehow it's obvious. This is why I salute the police them will carry and conduct themselves appropriately. I salute them that. And I have police friend where I must say it make me always so lenient because the people that I know as police not behave like how some of them out there go on. I can't get it. They not behave them way the rest of. We don't want a dunce police boy, man. We have too much young, bright police who want the opportunity for really take on the work and bring change. And be honest and sincere. But when them come on, some of them all incompetent mess here. Them all incompetent mess here corrupt the young mind and spoil the young mind. And then the young mind come up and become like the incompetent mess we teach them. We have to stop it. Can't allow it to continue. I'm not talking about on a civilized. Which part? The Romans them wouldn't do it that way. We're going beyond being civil now. We are talking about tyranny. That's what we are talking about. Totalitarian society. That's what we are talking about now. It's tyranny. It's total dictatorship. And we can't have it and we not have it. But so our people so distracted. They're so distracted out there,
Salute me king.
Honorable.
Salute me king. Why my name tyranny turn up. But Indiana.
Well on. Now I look upon a thing where my brethren Joel Jaguar just send me say Indiana law allows citizens to shoot police officers. Listen, when I come off, I look upon that and I'll bring it up and just make a clip of it. Definitely. That is interesting, my lord. Gratitude. I look at it in a few. Yeah, man. Boy, that is interesting. Still, Indiana. Oh gosh, boy, watch them. I forgot to tell my family member them come out of them service there. Yeah, we don't want a family and a police with service where legislators so them can, get, shoot down by citizens. Say boy, them police, they're really off the chain around there. You understand? And I think the very same thing them want to try around here where them get police state. Where you have some dunce police where can't read and write. I got come up about them authority. And when them talk a law and them dunce like ratbat, incompetent. What authority? When you don't have knowledge, you vacate your authority. You dunce people you're about on occupation of authority. Where? Nah, man, one police we can respect are the one we can give you a business card. That's the police we respect. The ones that most of them are detective we got university. You see the rest of UNO where no say boy is not there yet. UNO not a real police. UNO if you just conduct on yourself accordingly with respect. With respect. Because UNO truly is not real police. And that's the Jamaican people don't really know it yet. And later when we present certain information, them are going to say, well, it should still go over them head. But we're going to have some bright people where, put on to task. When you don't want to come out and fire guns, get a 4-year university degree first. How about that? Yeah, man. And that way, minimize the corrupt police them. It will minimize the criminal police them. You understand? And don't think it's going to minimize the force. It won't. It just going to weed out the filth when there. And when good people see good police in there, then we allow them children for going there. But nobody now want them is last resort. And that me I tell them. Is when we family member them their country and want to get out and there's nothing else to say. Go and go turn soldier. Go and go turn police. And take 3 years what of that or 4 years what of that. Networking. And then do your little even class for your business. You probably want to do real estate. You get me? You probably want to do carpentry because that was your first love. But just go into the service and, build yourself from there. I don't mind I encourage ones like that. But if people are going to the service and run up in some old pop down incompetent, senior officers, then it's going to be problematic. This is why you have so much young gun-ho police, where most of them have to run or leave the island. You understand? And they are still being protected by the political system. This is why them get to run away after them commit them criminal acts. But a phone of business that out there. Yeah, man, a phone of business. A phone of commercial criminal world. Me not involved. Me not interested. Me not participate. So why you draw me in that dumbo when you can't read and write? And we have people like you all on the front line. You have to stop it. You must stop it. It says the right of every citizen of Jamaica to be granted a passport. You hear that? Protection and privacy of other properties and communication. And the right of every citizen of Jamaica to be granted. So whether you're Commonwealth citizen or your corporate construct citizen, you forget a passport. And not to be denied or deprived thereof, except by due process of law. This is where this little senior sergeant of police did not follow. He did not follow due process of law. This is where lacking in our thing. Them just feel like them can arbitrarily do anything compulsory, just take up your things and just do what they want, and then carrot got a pound, mash it up, have them friend take what they want, and then tie you up into the courts, have you running back and forth to court. And when you look 2, 3, 4 years, and then you have to pay $100 million for your $10,000 car. Now you nobody want a $10,000 car, it don't make sense to pay $100 million for it. And this is what has been happening on the island. And nobody has defended the poor people. Not one attorney has stand up for them. Because you're not getting a news media coverage. And our people every day talk about politics. And this politician, not one of those politicians is any good. Because both politicians are working for the satanic force that is out there. Both of them. The both sides. Including the new independent. They're all one and the same. A part of the rulership in dark places, a part of that principality, satanic in its origin, satanic in its creation, satanic at its foundation. The political system. So I'm going to endorse it. You understand? And the people participating in that, I call them a butu. Yeah. Because you perpetrate all kind of violence. All want to know, not do it physically, and complicit, because I send the ones I'm out there to perpetuate the crime. This is why I'm born on criminality, because it's commerce. It's commercial in nature. I'm going to engage in a commerce. Anything I may do in a commerce, it's outside of interest bearing. So I'm not talk to me about nothing at all. At them level, so people, them are denying a due process when them running on a house and do all of these things. You understand? And if a man say no on a passport, you forget one. The Constitution said that. The right to protection from torture and inhumane or degrading punishment, degrading. This is what this sergeant, this senior sergeant, yeah man, degrading man. Say my degrade me, you know. Yeah man. So the right to freedom of the person as provided in section 14. The protection of property rights as provided in section 15. The right to due process as provided in section 16. Them not give me a due process. Violation again. These people are out of order. The right to freedom of religion as provided in, so the rest of them on a good to go, and I good to go. The chapter applies to all law and bind the legislator. So what them bind? It bind the legislator contract. The executive area, that are my boy there, we are going with himself. And then the public authority, the judiciary area this. So it's a contract, people. It's binding contract. So this is why Mr. Confidence said, that's, you know, senior sergeant of police there. Just pay attention, man. Because you are about me no rights. And you alone have rights. And you only can respect rich people's rights. But you never know me wealthy. Yeah, man, the knowledge when I keep make me wealthy, you know, guy. So when you look upon me, I want to say the heart is spirit. You're not going to see it. Because I don't have it. Yeah, man. Number 5. A provision of this chapter binds natural or juristic person. Number 5. A provision of this chapter bind natural or optional. Or it either bind the natural or the juristic person. So what is a juristic person, my people? Much a creature of law. What is a juristic person? We'll see if we can find it here. It's a judicial person is a non-human legal person that is not a single natural person, but an organization recognized by law as a fictitious person, such as a corporation, government, etc. My. You know what I mean? I mean, I tell you. Yeah, man. When we talk these things, we don't believe we. When I say we are crazy people. But so when I look on the definition of the juristic person, judicial person. No, I think, all right, hold on. JURISTIC. Come on, juristic person. A judicial person is a non-human, a legal person. All of these phrases when I talk, when I see it in a constitution, that is not single natural person. Is not a single natural person. Again, is not a single natural person. Is not a natural person, but an organization recognized by law as fiction person. You people are something else. This is in the Jamaica Constitution, such as a corporation. You see it? Government. Or them would have agency or so. But I will just put work it that way, etc. Number 6, they say jurist. Watch it, make I just style this thing. Me have done my own thing around here. Yeah, man. So this is where a juristic person is. Yeah, man. Number 6, no person shall be subjected to torture, inhumane or degrading punishment or other treatment. Just like how this brethren just put me, yo, when the man they out there, the amount of people were passed, through a lot of people are jog on them thing in the evening. And the man if you tell Officer Porter and Officer Morgan, I say, yo, you know, see him famous. You know, how much, you know, see everybody I pass and say hi to him and all. And all that, you should have said then if me a criminal mood, nobody, you know what I mean? But because I'm not setting down away, this is the heights of incompetence. You understand? When me I think say ego, it have nothing to do with ego. It's plain dumb. It's plain lack of knowledge. You understand? It's like, hey, I don't read and write properly, so I don't want to read this, put it on the record. We can't have that, man. We now go have it, man. Section 14, no person shall be deprived of his liberty except on reasonable grounds and in accordance with fair procedure established by law. Where's a fair procedure that is established by law to tell this money up? Where total incompetence of because of his incompetence and can't exercise or a certain authority. What you have to do is no say, boy, watch out. If this man not respect the office, we can brutalize him. But through me as a man respect the office. I'm not deal with the people. I show respect to the office. Because the people inside of the office come and go. You understand? And the people that inside of the office not necessarily, you know law. Because I was showing already, said down to the very judge, is presumed to know law, as rebuttable as that may be. It apply all the way to the appellate court. Yeah, man. So when I can't demonstrate law, present the law where man break in writing, then una violate that very laws. Una violate the oath, public oath, which is this, to this instrument. And this is the instrument for binding. And as we go along, we're going to show you the $10,000 we're going to add up. We're going to add up. Yeah, man. Kind of like talk about this is Jamaica and Jamaica. It's a federal area. The Constitution is such. It's federal. What do you think? Bright people out there. You think the attorneys have all the answers? You think even the judge have all the answers? No. But people like you and me have it, man. You understand? People like us have it. Because we don't have no agenda but to be free. While the political construct, foreign system, agenda is to enslave and totally control. Totalitarian state. You know what I mean? Tyranny. And then them use criminality as excuse for violate people fundamental rights and thief people property and try put people in a financial discomfort where you have to go find money here and find money there, and then when you take me care now, me I forgot try find ways to move. I'm if you accept this. Listen, man. If I have to cry, if I have to cry for 9 days, my Lord, I will cry for 9 days and make sure, sir, you know, anything and everything where you love, you know, vanish in front of you, man. Because I know I'm lawful, I know I'm correct, I know I'm righteous. I know I never touch you, my Lord. I don't even know you. And I will, I say, man, I never have a problem. I go sit down and cry for 9 days. I want to better figure out what I mean when I say that. Yeah, man, I never go have a problem. I cry, man. All when this case done, I just go and cry same way, man. That's weep for now, man. Weep. Yeah, man. And have 9 pure white candle burn while me I cry. Cry for your bloodline, my Lord. Make sure you live, but make sure, you know, you stay still. Yeah, man. You can't continue the way it is. You can't continue. When a murder out there, man, and blood is on the shoulder out there, man. Truly. But you don't want to purport that kind of thing on others. You know what I mean? And hide it from ourselves. Say, oh, we good because we are police, so we can do anything we want. No, no can't. This is why so much of they are prison. And a lot more on is going to prison. When I got prison, you know, when you know who I got prison, these court clerk, these criminal court clerk and the criminal court clerk, we are undermine people's bond. Forgery and fraud behind the scenes. That's why I want to play with me, because I put my thing out there. For when I come, international people can scrutinize. When I say I am crazy, international people can scrutinize. Second, third, and fourth opinion. Let truth reign, man. We're tired of the dunce people I'm out there, and the dumb people I'm out there, but totally incompetent and purporting themselves as authority. When you lack knowledge, you vacate your authority. When you do not have knowledge, you vacate your authority. It's as simple as that. No ego. We're sick of you incompetent people making a mess and destroying our area. Yeah, man. In consequence of this unfitness, all right, they must say, no one shall be deprived of his liberty except on reasonable grounds and in accordance with fair procedure established by law in the following circumstances. In consequence of his unfitness to plead to a criminal charge, nothing like that. In the execution of a sentence or order of the court, whether in Jamaica or elsewhere, in respect to a criminal offense of which he has been convicted, I have not liked that reason of work. In execution of an order of the Supreme Court, of the Court of Appeal, or such other court as may be prescribed by Parliament, on the grounds of his contempt of any such court or in any other court or tribunal. None of that. In execution of an order of a court made in order to secure the fulfillment of any obligation imposed on him, in execution of the order of a court. The court no make no order here. Oh, this man can just arrest me and then give me a fictitious fraudulent bond that is null and void ab initio. And they've been doing this for how long on the island? How long? Because I remember my first situation, them keep all of them things away. It's more that I address it like this from that time. Yeah. It's beer shenanigans them going with around here. And true, them think them can get away with it. And most of the time, they have been getting away with it. Let's say it that way. The arrest or detention of a person for the purpose of bringing him before a competent legal authority on reasonable suspicion of his having committed an offense. What is an offense? I mean a criminal offense. You understand? It has to be a criminal offense. Because you can only give a recognizance for a criminal offense. You understand? What's the crime? What you say? I'm not supposed to have no rights, boy, yeah. Because me is a simple man. I'm a driver old pro box. And these are the people you have on the front line that purport themselves to have authority when them dunce like Ratback cannot read. Because I give you the Constitution and you ignore it. I give you a do not distress, do not trespass sign, you ignore it. I'm going to show you all other things, so you just ignore it. I tell me, say, my thing them a fraud. My thing them fraudulent. Forgery that, forgery that. The last police officer who do that was embarrassed in the court. You understand? He was embarrassed in the half-a-tree criminal court. Just like how you go and be embarrassed any court to bring me in. You can't be a dumbo and purport yourself with, as if you have authority. And when a man step in front of you, Chief Justice as I said, and I say some few simple things to you. You understand? Well, I'm more porter. But all you did for do is go easy. But you chose to go beyond and above the scope of your authority. And this is why I feel that say you're rich. Because I know you must have make like $2.3 million a month. You must be making $2.3 million a month. And must that you are make. So you have people on the island and make them kind of money there. People that make some. I never know that people make certain kind of money here. You have some flunky out there make some breed of money and them can't read and write, them blind like rat, but people, they are earners out there. Them a drive Range Rover and spend big and screwing everybody in a them little organization or company. Dunce like rat, but I'm telling you people, this is why I can't accept nobody when I have knowledge than me for come in front of me and dictate any kind of terms or condition. I cannot accept it. It's contract. This right here I show you say Subsection 4, I say it's a binding contract. You understand? So I can't get away from that. And when I want to dunce police clog up the system, let it go for make some young bright police go out there and put in some work. We can run down some road boy and enjoy themselves. Make road boy say, yo, that police boy, yeah. Now some little man where, past them time. That's out there being mischievous. You're just being mischievous. This is why a time will come we're not going sorry for someone no more. We're just such out. And one of the problem ones them that when we see things reach, we say, yeah, man, one of the problem ones that this is how we're not going to make we view you guys out there and start talk like this. And I don't do it. Because you're a criminal. You're a criminal. You can't see somebody things and just take it out about it, Yeah, but your job, which part of your job make that kind of stipulation there? Silly people. All of them things not apply. Any person who is arrested or detained shall have the right to communicate and I know me I push time, Any person who is arrested or detained shall be entitled to be tried within a reasonable time, Yeah, all right. Watch this. Reasonable time and shall be brought forthwith or as soon as is reasonable, practicable before an officer authorized by law or a court. Before an officer authorized by law or a court. So the magistrate or the judge are them ones that are authorized by law, not the police officer. We can't read and write. We don't know law. All them things are injustice, man. This is where perpetrate crime. This is a crime on the highest level. This is a crime which part the principalities them sit down. Where the rulers of darkness sit down. These are the organized criminals. Yeah, man. Release either unconditionally. Why I never release me unconditionally? or upon reasonable condition to secure his attendance at a trial or at any other stage of the proceeding. That means that you could release me unconditionally. You not set up bond because you don't want to fleece my juristic person, my legal entity. You don't want to fleece that. That's what you earn the money. And I go and put a dent in that because I said any little court of clerk will present any document. You're going to have to remember, you're not going to have to put up on a bond because I'm coming with mine. You don't have to bring phone a bond to the table. Yeah, man. And watch me now. We're not can't go in a parish court because this is not a court of record. The only court of record according to the Constitution is my document I put on my record and the Supreme Court downtown within that jurisdictional area. So we have to go find, it's going to be interested when we have to go change the venue. You understand? Because we don't want, proceed like the norm, and it not going to work that way. Because if you're going to proceed like the norm, we're not going to break the law, we're not going to have contempt of court, we're not going to present fictitious plaintiff, all of these things, and we can't have it. So we have to go in a place where it's a court of law organized by law according to the Constitution. Because even the Bible says we have to honor the constitutional laws. It not say to honor nothing else. Because usually the constitutional laws structure in such a way where man like I can find redress. Man like I can find redress. Yeah, man. So them say you can get released unconditionally, or like how we put up $1,000 bond. If he's not released, as mentioned in paragraph blah blah blah, he shall be promptly brought before the court, which may thereupon release him as provided in that paragraph. So you see the Constitution a structure for you just keep on arresting people, especially when they're on a lawbreaker, when they're on a criminal. It's not structure for you just keep doing that. One just pile up everybody and it not work that way. But nobody not challenge this thing. Section 15. No property of any description shall be compulsory taken possession of, and no interest in or right over property of any description shall be compulsory acquired, except by or under the provisions of a law that A, prescribes the principles on which and the manner in which compensation. So you see that? Yeah, compensation, I have to follow this. Compensation, therefore, it to be determined and given. So I'm going to seek my compensation for this headache with them little uneducated police officers out there are going with, Secures to any person claiming an interest in the right over such property as a right of access to a court for the purpose. So, them can't compulsory take a thing. Except on the provision on law that secures any person claiming an interest in or right over such property. That I would like you, Sergeant, to make a claim on my property. Like how I'm going to make a claim on your property. Because you take mine, You take mine. So you have to go make your claim because I come and show say this is my property. It not belong to you. Whatever name will correspond with my property, not associate with no agent. When me a little boy and I spend my money, my mother me send my money and she spend my money. You understand? Nobody else better for spend it. So if she, whatever, she. So any name I wanna say, no sir, my property. It now have no senior detective sergeant name. It now have no police name on it. It now have no politician name on it. No. It not belong to. So all the couldn't mess with people. This is what I do and put people in a problem every time. But now we have to go reverse it and make uno catch a problem. Uno for lose on a work, uno not for out there work, uno not qualify for your work out there. Uno don't even qualify for your carry guns for so long. When are the last time you get a psychological evaluation and know that work is stressful? We're sick of it. Yeah, man. Access to a court for the purpose establishing such interest of right of way, determining the compensation, if any, to which he is entitled, and enforcing his right to any such compensation. Well, you see, when I bring my fee schedule in there, the fact finder I go look and say, boy, this fee schedule is there out there on record, and this money are engaged in a binding contractual agreement outside government capacity, we above his scope. So when me put my money now, is up to the judge to say, give me money. That's it. That's all the judge can say. I'm going to present my assessment. Yeah. So that's step by step. So I'm going to ride it. It's going to be for a long while. We're going to just, ride this journey. Dede. So if you don't want, we're going to dismiss the court like want to have me play a game for 2 years. No, I'm going to show you some law where, kind of put a hold to that quick and fast. No shenanigans. Because remember, a judge is presumed to know law. Or as rebuttable as that may be, it extends all the way to the appellate. You hear that? Yes, I am here to rebut all presumptions. All presumptions. I'm rebutting it. Yeah, man. Section 16. Whenever any person is charged with a criminal offense, he shall, unless the charge is withdrawn, be afforded a fair hearing within a reasonable time by an independent and impartial court established by law. You hear that? Independent and impartial. So I'm not sure if the parish court is one of them such court. In the determination of a person's civil rights and obligation, or of any legal proceeding which may result in a decision adverse to his interest, he shall be entitled to a fair hearing within reasonable time by an independent and impartial court or authority established by law. So these are things where we have to look at. All proceeding of every court and proceeding relating to the determination of the existence or the extent of a person's civil rights or obligation before any court or other authority, including the announcement of the decision of the court or authority, shall be in public. So I want to see it. I don't have them like people have what private and attack with all kind of thing. That's what we don't know. If we are negotiator or not communicate and I say, yeah, okay, some of them talk, they can hold it down because this is the case and we can't understand that. But outside of them kind of communication there, yeah, we don't have no non-disclosure agreement here. After me not itch for publish my information, after me not care, you think me care? So I'm not going to have no care of publishing information publicly because it's a public affair. It's in the public. So your name go out there, your band number for out there, your address location for out there. Public. Because I don't know when I think you can hide. Police live in every community. And I have a problem when police live in a community where whole heap of criminal activity take place. I have a problem with that. I couldn't be no police And in my little area, you have beer criminality. In my area, me a police, that couldn't go on. Then me have police friend for say, yeah, I could clean up my area. Because the first thing me I do I talk to all of the misbehavior. Everyone where I get mischief, me I make sure I go in and come me live here. Never talk to the people and say, yo, tell brother B, come, me could just hold it down. If you don't want to go back, take it somewhere else. But no, me can't be a police and have me all like your clappings outside and me run under my dead. Or me a police and me a look on criminal with machine and me can't say nothing. I don't know about them things. No, man. And next thing, when them get them idea where man have right for carry and bear all kind of armament. And which politician can talk about him can have weaponry and you, the man and woman, can't have it? You have to go get license. Them things they not apply to me. Them things they are no problem. And now I'm going to demonstrate these things. Say it not apply to me. It don't. Show me the law where it does. I'm on a free man, and I'm on to defend this. I'm on to protect this. I'm on to preserve this. Nowhere we not compromise. Talk about we are doing nothing at all. It not for what? Show me the law where we are break. If we are break law, where there? Where is it? I can't show you law where you peoples are breaking the very. It's like when I toss the Constitution aside. And thus I run amok because our people do not read and write. Own recognizance bond. That means that it not belongs to none out there. It's I juristic person. It's I legal entity. It's I sophisticated financial instrument. If my people don't know it, then I do. I belong to no senior sergeant of police, nor is supervisor or commanding officer. And none of these guys are judge or magistrate. None of them they have legal degree or legal training. So how them I make legal determination? How? How them I make legal determination? And them not legally trained. Down to my wife here, legally trained more so than them. Well, business law, but she is. She is. Telling us I want to underestimate we, man. I really underestimate a man like me. But it is okay. Because our humility is our strength. And we're going to look for out there. I get it. We're going to look. Yeah, we're going to look for the decimation where occur out there. Because what we don't expect is never what it is. Telling already. Righteousness will rise in this earth and stand in this earth and govern this earth. Righteousness. Naturally. Yeah, man. I don't even watch time today, but this is supposed to be the last, right? Yeah, man. When them say all proceeding in our court shall be public. No, well, them have certain situation where they say, boy, yeah, we have to keep this outside of the public because it might whatever. But I never do that with I until the last case. And here I am again because I don't put nothing in place. So we just expose anything and everything, man. Nothing in subsection 3 shall prevent any court or any authority, such as it's mentioned in the subsection, from excluding from the proceedings person other than the parties. That means them can run you out of the court if you don't want. Just like my court. Like the last traffic court, them just tell certain people, say, you can't be in here. And run, I respect that lady. Truly respect that lady. Yeah, man. Lady judge, madam. Yeah, man. Respect, man. Because I noticed the police, them couldn't play no game. When them could have hide and seek and play, you never play that. That's why I say honorable people is out there, and I know it. Honorable people is out there, and I know it. The people that are problematic are these high-end attorneys, these tricky attorneys. And them one are the one them were complicit in the criminality, and without the criminality, them become bums. Yeah, man, them have to go sweep street. Because them really can't do nothing else. All them know is legal process. And when them come up against someone like me, them legal process null and void, it not apply. Doesn't apply. If you're an attorney, you must have first-hand knowledge. Are you a victim of the crime? Then what you speak for? Stand down. Hearsay. Objection. Yeah, man. Person other than the parties thereto and their legal representative in interlocutory proceeding that our abridging a minded going where the judge attack a lot of mess and the attorney attack a lot of mess. You have some judge out here, well, I'm not going to say the judge, but you have some ones out here like attorneys, where send road boy come mash you up to, and send a certain threat to you where you better don't bring a claim against these people. This is what go on the island, but common people not going to know this thing. Every person charged with a criminal offense shall be presumed innocent until he is proven guilty or has plead guilty. So you see this? So I care what I say, I now make no plea. And when me a plea, you're going to say, oh, me a plea. Because I can't plea. My juristic entity, me can plea. But me, personally, it not apply to me. It doesn't apply to me. Over this man, you don't have no authority over the man. You can gain some kind of semblance with the legal entity, but that's limited. Because I have to express written consent. I have to tell you say yes, my consent. I'm not consent. Anything where my thumbprint and you see my seal is not a part of. Yeah, null and void. So people, you don't know our style now. We are the philosopher around here. We are the high man around here. Yeah, when it come on to our intellect, we don't mind to demonstrate it. So I man said this is a contract. The chapter 3, see it there? It tell us it's a contract. It tell us it's a contract because them said this chapter applies to all law and binds. See it? It bind. Yeah, man. Bind the legislator, the executive, and the judiciary. You understand? Public authority would be the judiciary area. Yeah, man. So, others other people, give thanks for the time again. I don't even know what going around here saying. Salute, Sir Anthony. Guts as usual. Salute. Gratitude for the time. Gratitude for the time. Yeah, man, me just have to touch upon base. And next thing, I can see if I can find that thing here with person. I'm share that in my YouTube, Yeah, man, but yeah. Them have person. This word is apply to men. This word is applied to men, women, and children who are called natural persons. I'm going to see if I can just share that little part there. Oh, yeah, which one of them this now? Let's see if I can find. Yeah, man, see that. Is this? Is this? Let me try this. I'll tell you the end of it. Alright. Let's see what this is. Yeah, man. Persons. You gotta just read what I have there, so them can have it in them catalog. Yeah, person. This word is applied to men, women, and children who are called natural persons in law. Man and person are not exactly synonymous terms, meaning they are not exactly the same. In law, you understand? Ordinarily, yeah, but in law, you have a whole different set of things going on. This is why I say you have to use legal dictionary when you deal with law, when you deal with legal documents. It's any human being is a man, whether he's a member of society or not. Whatever may be the rank he holds, or whatever may be his age, sex, etc., a person is a man considered according to the rank he holds in a society. You hear that? With all rights to which the place he holds entitle him, and the duty which it imposes. So there's duty imposed with these rights. But them do not apply to me. It applies to who will subscribe to that. It is also used to denote a corporation. Person is also used to denote a corporation, which is an artificial person. You hear that? But when the word persons, like plural, is spoken in a legislative act like the Constitution, natural person will be intended unless something appears in the context to show that it applies to artificial persons. And artificial means fiction. You know what I mean? Not real. So you hear it? When we talk, I say, hey, them of a straw man. That's the artificial person. That's the not real person. That is the juristic person. That is the sophisticated financial instrument, my people. Clarity? But when the word is spoken of in legislative act, natural person will be intended unless something appears in the context to show that it applies to artificial person. Juristic person. Juristic person. Legal person. Legal entity. Yeah. Natural person are divided into males or men. You hear that? Listen carefully. Natural person is divided into males or men and females or women. So I am a natural person, but I am a man because I'm outside of the corporate construct. You're a natural person, but you're a male because you're within the corporate construct. Men are capable of all kinds of engagement and function unless by reasons applying to a particular individuals. You hear that? Unless by reasons applying to particular individuals. Woman cannot be appointed to any public office, nor perform any civil function except those which the law specifically declares them capable of exercising. They are also sometimes divided into free persons and slaves. So persons are also sometimes divided into free persons or slaves. Free men are those who have preserved their natural liberty, that is to say, who have the right of doing what is not forbidden by the law. A slave is one who is in the power of a master to whom he belongs. You hear that? So me, when I subscribe to the government of Jamaica, me not a slave to them, because them a phone master. Slaves are sometimes ranked not with persons, but with things. So when they're not a slave, when they're not really persons, they become things. Chattel property, movable chattel property. But sometimes they are considered as persons. For example, a Negro is in contemplation of law as a person, so as to be capable of committing a riot in conjunction with white man. You hear that? A Negro is in contemplation of law, a person. You hear that? Persons are also divided into citizens and aliens. A, when viewed regarding their political rights. B, when they are considered in relation to their civil rights. They are living or civil debt. Vile, civil debt, outlaw, and infamous person. So you have political rights, and then you have the civil rights. So in the civil rights, the person can be a living person or a civilly dead person. And again, I just step by step, and we just share as we go, and people can choose for do their own research. Persons are divided into legitimate and bastard when examined as to their rights by birth. Now, if you want to know birth certificate don't have no father name on it, it means you're a bastard. You hear that? When a birth certificate don't have a father name on it, it means that you're a bastard. So the state have to be a daddy. These people know what they're do. Yeah, man. Them not do anything by accident, When viewed in their domestic relation, they are divided into parents, domesticated, and children, domesticated, husband, domesticated, and wives, domesticated. So when all me as a wife are the domesticated, classification that because, slave. When I'm say domestic, slave. So that's why I'm say, boy, I lady, I first lady, I clan mother. Because clan mother are the highest for our women. But we kind of reserve that for our, circle, put it that way. Because if we start real like that, everybody gonna come and clan, you know what I mean, and spoil everything. But yeah, when we use the wife, we are talk slave talk. So uno can understand. Yeah, man. So clarity. May I hope on a seat. They are divided into parents and children, husband and wives, guardians and wards, and master and servant's son, as it is understood in law. So you can choose to continue sleep, or you can choose to wake up, you can choose to ignore, or you can choose to stay ignorant. Yeah, man, that's a free will exercise. But information share. So again, complete gratitude, people, as we go along with us chant and share and do a thing, until that time. But we're going to push information out there. Yeah, man. We're just going to share information and point out some things where our people not read. Them listen, the police now an authority for talk to you outside of consent for talk to police. Police now have no right for coming down the house without proper authorization. Them not have them right there for just walk in your house and pull your door, and you never say a man a run out police all time here. I don't feel like I just uptown guys, them can't do that. This is why I keep on a beseech to my people. Say, see if we ease up off of the criminality, then them police people can't there in the community. And this is why the young youth them have to start go easy on us, can't just tough up on ourselves up on each other. Make we start back some kind of athleticism. If a football, make our community compete against the community there. Football. Make a lane that compete against a lane there. Send out your fastest man and make us put some money up there. Make us put some real money up there. Or we nobody use money. Make us put some computers up there and some things we can aid. You understand? We want to say we want a community center, make we have a competition and make us see how we can generate some kind of revenue, and then we'll just match it up with all different kind of sponsors, but we have to put in the effort. We can't just a big sponsor, nothing, and that's why everything always mash up. We don't want to work at it. We're sick of the one-sided thing, where some people will purport themselves to be bright or in authority, and that means incompetent, them dunce like rat bat, blind like bat, dunce out there. and I talk about no have authority. Raggedy. Them dress and tidy. Raggedy. Yeah, someone who is despicable. I don't know how no co-worker work with them and don't point out certain things and say, yeah, you're not professional. You have to maintain the code of conduct. Professional. Get her some new clothes. Get him some new clothes. Get a tailor here. I'm not feel more professional. I'm not too butu. We're sick of the butterness. Anyway, step by step, we'll find our way. Salute out there, free people. Salute.